Was that loud?
9.38 gigawatts.
Gigawatts.
We're coming at you through the airwaves.
Oh man. Pew 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 pew. That's what I need. That sound effect. Pew pew pew.
Like a dance hall concert, a reggae dance hall concert. Air horns and everything.
Shit. So welcome back to another BS show. The BS show. Bringing you some more BS.
I think this is one of our more popular topics.
Yes. For sure.
I think so. This is our monthly streaming news.
Monthly streaming news. We love to talk about what's going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the what the hell is going on here.
Yeah. Because a lot of our followers are, cable cutters, people who like to stream, people who watch Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all that kind of good stuff. And there's always interesting things going on around, in, out, whatever.
Yeah. So what's going on? What is going on today?
So I asked you just before we hit record, but so a lot of you guys probably know that Dave Chappelle turned down a bunch of money and went to Africa, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were like, "You're crazy." How much money do you remember he turned down? It was like something crazy, like what, 100 million?
Yeah,
right?
And that was like several years ago too, right?
That was a very long time ago, right?
Yeah.
And he thinks, or he says, it's one of the best things he's ever done because he came back and he signed like a $50 million contract with Netflix to do 5 specials or 4 specials or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. And he just recently, in the last week or two, released the last one from that contract. And I believe it was called The Close or The Closer or something like, yeah, The Closer. That's what it's called. Mm-hmm. So this was the last one that he was going to do to finish off his $50 million contract. I could be off on my numbers, but it's a big $1 million contract. Mm-hmm. It's crazy when we hear these numbers that people just sign deals for $50 million. I was thinking to myself, I was like, do you think you could live off of $50 million? Like if you signed a contract for $50 million, could you survive so you never had to work ever again?
Yes.
I mean, that's a good deal. But some people live, very luxurious lifestyles. Like I was at a friend's house last night and his neighbor had a $750,000 car. And I was like, well, shit, that's one of the 50 gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends on the person, I guess. But, Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. Every single one of the specials that he drops, he is nothing but Dave Chappelle. Mm-hmm. And you can't really tell Dave Chappelle not to be Dave Chappelle because who knows? Maybe he'll go to Africa again. But he always makes jokes about very hot topics that are very touchy. And I've heard I've only watched about half of it. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people. From what I'm hearing from other comedians that are in, that field and, news people that are reporting on it, not, the mainstream media news, but like YouTubers and people who are content creators, they're all saying if you don't watch the whole special, you don't understand the art form. Mm-hmm. So if you just watch the beginning where he starts making his comments, then you don't understand how he closes it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're going to get pissed off in the beginning, but if you don't watch that it was actually a tribute to somebody that was transgender, then you don't understand what the whole thing was about.
Interesting.
Because Dave Chappelle he's an artist. He has a way of telling stories and he uses comedy to do it. Right? So it's just a very interesting way that a lot of people got upset over things that were said. But at the end of the day, it's Dave Chappelle. What do you expect? If you don't like something, I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, yo, if you don't like it, change the channel.
Oh man.
But anyways, the title of the article that I saw that kind of sparked that. I don't want to go too far in depth with it. If you love Dave Chappelle, you'll love his recent comedy special. I think everybody should go watch it. he has a very good way of talking about topics that are relevant in the media today and putting a very good perspective or spin on things where you can go and do your own research if you want, or just take it with a grain of salt. But the title of the article says Netflix boss says he screwed up over Chappelle's special fallout. And this is specifically about the latest topic, or the latest one called The Closer. And what happened was the media, the LGBTQ plus community. Now, I've never seen a plus on the end of that one before, but this article has a plus. Says that the community as well as the Netflix employees were upset. So I guess they were going to their management because this was a Netflix special, right? It was a Netflix contract, and they were complaining to the boss. So whoever this boss is, I don't know. It says Sarandos. He's quoted in saying, I had a group of employees who were definitely feeling pain and hurt from a decision we made, and I think that needs to be acknowledged upfront before you get into the nuts and bolts of anything. I didn't do that. That was uncharacteristic of me, and it was moving fast, and we were trying to answer some really specific questions that were floating. We landed with some things that were much more blanketed and a matter of fact and not at all accurate. So I guess the media was up in arms and his employees were up in arms, and they just did a political blanket statement, and they thought that they could just sweep it under the rug, and that made things worse, right?
Wow. Wow.
The end of the day, like you got to listen to your employees if they're running the front line. That's very basic when it comes to any business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real quick too, before we really continue with the rest of the stuff that we got today, make sure you guys do check out the VPN exclusive deal we have for you guys in the description below. Make sure you guys do check that out. Get yourself protected because there's all kinds of freaking nonsense happening out there. You know, we're actually we're living in a time right now that if you don't have some sort of VPN, it's kind of like having a computer and not having like some kind of antivirus protector, you know. With all the cybersecurity and everything that's happening nowadays, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of almost like a no-brainer. Like you should get one.
You know, I kind of look at it like I'm Batman. I'm Batman. And it's part of my utility belt. Because there's sometimes when you're troubleshooting some stuff, and a VPN is like almost one of those things that you kind of need in your utility belt. Like I was having an issue. I crypto mine on my son's computer when he's not gaming. And for some reason, on one specific algorithm that I'm mining on that computer, it keeps timing out like constantly, but I can mine any other cryptocurrency and it's fine. And when I did a quick Google search, they're like, I had the same issue. I just turned on a VPN and I was fine. And I was like, why does that even work? But it makes sense to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because it's not like his computer was having a connection issue because I was using the internet. For some reason, I guess that website was being blocked, maybe by my ISP, maybe by something. But it's like, you don't know. You got to have these tools in your utility belt to be able to try it.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really good example right there to have one.
It happened last night.
So I'm actually interested with this whole Netflix thing with the whole thing with Dave Chappelle. So you said Netflix screws up, that the boss screwed up big time.
Yeah, well, because they blanketed the statement and pretty much disregarded their employees' feelings.
You know, what's interesting is I kind of have mixed feelings with this. There's a YouTuber, and he has. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, here it is. His name is Ricky Berwick.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
Oh man. Okay. So Ricky Berwick, I'll go ahead and show this. Whoops. Let me show this here. Share screen.
Oh, yes. You
see him?
I know his face. Everybody knows his face.
Yeah. He's right there. The tongue.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Ricky Berwick. It's funny how we're talking about Dave Chappelle and all this stuff. And what he does is he actually embraces um his
Disability, is it?
yeah, his disability. He's got it's funny because he did like a video, and like the way his arms are, the way they grew, it's kind of like really I'm not even sure what to call it, what he has. Um, but I know he's got a hump in the back, and but he does comedy. He actually kind of screws around all the time, and
You know, they say what laughter is the best medicine. So
yeah,
it's a lot better than being depressed about whatever you're going through in life. If you can be able to smile about something, it's worth a lot more.
yeah. And see, like, oh, so here's a really good one. And I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but that's how his arms are, and he does have a thing on his back. But he says he's gonna make his arms turn into legs, pretty much. So he does this using CGI.
That's pretty funny.
And he's got a wheelchair. He's got an electric wheelchair, and it, it's kind of some of the stuff he does is pretty funny. Um, but you guys could check him out, Ricky Berwick. It's interesting because when I've seen some of his videos, I almost get offended a couple times. You know, I almost get offended. Like I'm like, dude, like is this okay what you're doing? It's like you're making fun of yourself pretty much, and everybody else who has these types of disabilities, you know.
Hmm.
But it's kind of like what you said. It's like, you know, Dave Chappelle. Like you almost have to see like the big picture,
Hmm.
and yeah, maybe it might not make sense to you, but to him, living in the situation that he's in, he doesn't care. He's like, you know what? I'm a normal person. You're the one that's he actually said this. They put him on the news in Canada. I think he's in Canada. I don't think he's in Toronto. Vancouver, maybe. I don't know. But he's in Canada. But when they put him on the news, they were asking him, like, you know, how does it feel for, you know, like getting all this attention, blah blah blah. And he's just like, I'm a normal person just like you. He's like, you're the one that's weird, not me, you know. But dude, it's his humor is hilarious. Um, some of it is borderline, yeah. But here, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you one more thing. One more thing here. So it says here, my boyfriend application. So there's this blonde girl, and he says he's applying for it. And then the next image says the girl says, I'm Hannah, and then he says, I'm Ricky. She says she's 5'7". He says he's crippled. This is where it gets funny. She's 23 from California. He's 29 from Canada. She lives alone in New York. He lives alone in Canada. She says, I love to travel, go on runs, and try new things. He says, same. Oh, that last one kind of got me a little. I'm like, wait, what do you mean the same? So I don't know. It's you know, to each its own. I check him out. He has some funny stuff. You might get offended on a couple stuff that he does say or do, but yeah. Okay. Anything else you got on that one?
I mean, Dave Chappelle is legendary, and I think that even if you hate him, you have to understand that Dave Chappelle is legendary in the comedian community, and he's always going to be Dave Chappelle. You can't expect something different from Dave Chappelle. And if you were offended from his style in the past, well, he's not going to change for you. So just watch something different if you don't
Yeah.
appreciate his artistic expression.
Agree.
I mean that's it, right? And I think that there's so many people today that you know what? I'm going to leave it like that.
Yeah, don't do what I do. Put my foot in my mouth.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
Don't do it, dumb Rojas. Cool. I wanted to share something else with you. So we are like looking at a lot of stuff that has been coming out, and in the streaming world, Disney has been taking off. Disney Plus.
Disney started by taking off,
Oh, dude,
right? They never stopped.
it's like when they never even really landed. They just kind of showed up.
You know when they landed, when they broke their servers the first week.
Yeah. Then it's like, whoops, go. I keep hearing how Disney Plus is just like growing and growing and growing. And one thing that's actually kind of new that I'm just like, this is new. I was actually kind of surprised about this. When you turn on your TV and you're watching those infamous commercials, I like watching commercials, dude. Honestly, I don't mind commercials. I kind of want to see what's going on and what's happening in the world, you know? I see a commercial that says Disney has the best package bundled up with Hulu and ESPN. So I see this commercial about Disney Plus. I'm like, is this the first commercial that I'm actually noticing from Disney? I'm like, about Disney Plus. I'm like, they've kind of been out for a while, and I haven't really seen them put any kind of commercials or like, you know, you normally see Netflix and you see HBO Max, you see everything, you know. Here in the States, we're starting to see more Disney Plus commercials. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like Disney's now finally starting to tell people that we're here. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
so I pulled up this thing with what's coming on Disney Plus for October and November of 2021. And so I just wanted to share because these guys have so much stuff coming. So in October, I'll go ahead and share this. October, you got on the first Lego Star Wars Terrifying Tales. A lot of people like those Lego shows and cartoons and stuff.
Yes, they do.
You know, it's pretty popular. So Terrifying Tales, Alvin and the Chipmunks is coming. Oh, it's already out now. The first one and the second one, The Road Chip. The Scariest Story Ever, a Mickey Mouse Halloween Spectacular. I was like, okay. Maleficent is now on there. Black Widow as of October 6th.
Yeah, that's right.
You can watch it for free now.
It's
Among the
funny.
Stars.
I went to my brother's house 2 days ago, and I
Mhm.
don't get to see my niece that often because she was born during COVID, and obviously everything's locked down and stuff. So they told me she purchased uh, Scarlet Witch, and they had to watch it because she purchased it, and she's like a year old.
Aw. Poor thing. That's funny.
Oh, what is that with the Watcher? Which one is this?
The final season of What If?
The final season?
Or I'm sorry, the season finale.
Season finale.
Season finale of What If. Did you watch it?
Yes.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Drains the Ocean. I don't know if you've seen this TV show called Drains the Ocean. What they do is they hypothetically say, let's take all the water out of this area and see what's inside because something got lost in there.
Right.
And you know, scuba divers go in there and they kind of check things out that are in there. It's actually a pretty good show. Muppet Babies, like there's a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. So we saw this Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little cheesy. It's good for the kids.
It's the Muppets, but yeah.
It's good for the kids. This I want to start this. I just saw this notification pop up on my Disney Plus.
Original
Just
series.
Beyond. Yeah, Just Beyond. It's supposed to give you like 8 unique stories from the world of R.L. Stein. Remember those R.L. Stein books?
That should be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
good for I mean it's October. That'd be a nice Octobery kind of feel.
exactly. So you got Apollo. You know, they also have the National Geographic, so they have a lot of stuff here with like animals and stuff and space and pretty
Disney
cool
owns
stuff.
Natural Geographics.
Yeah. And it's in
Damn.
the Disney Plus. I'm telling you, the Disney Plus, you get, of
What's
course,
that?
all the Disney movies. This is the assembled. They add like I don't know if you, so if you get a second, check out assembled. And what they do is they do something very exclusive. Ooh, Rookie of the Year is coming out. Thumbelina. See all the Fox stuff. All the Fox stuff, man. Um, what they do, ooh, McFarlane is coming. This is a great movie. This is a great movie. If you haven't seen this one, McFarlane is a city up in, it's like kind of central California, Northern California area.
Hmm.
It's about a group of Hispanics that just don't have anything else better to do. So there's like a lot of crime and stuff.
Yeah.
And these kids from high school, like this coach, puts them together and trains them. And he's a football coach, and he trains a cross country team to be freaking runners. When I was in school, this happened back in the, I think it was like the early 90s when he was over there coaching these guys. So when I was in school in high school in the late 90s, I went up against these guys. And not this team in particular, but I went up against the school, and these guys destroyed us. They destroyed everybody. But they kind of show how they train their mindset to get out of that whole gang mentality and do something with their lives. It's really, really, really good. Oh, so that okay, so I think that's, yeah, that's it. So um for that assembled thing, what it is, it's what they do is they kind of get like, they choose a character and then they tell you everything that we know about that person so far. So you've seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah.
Who was the, oh, and I don't know if I should call him a bad guy anymore. He was a bad guy in the movie um Captain America's Winter Soldier. He was the bad guy there, but he became more the vigilante, like where he's
Bucky?
kind of, huh?
Bucky?
No, Bucky's a good guy now. In Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he was a bad guy, but he was kind of helping out the good guys. And he's kind of like in the middle, like he's good, but he's kind of bad. And I'm not talking about the fake Captain America, whatever his name is, Agent whatever. Not him. It was the bad guy that they were using him to find stuff.
I don't know.
If anybody else knows out there, put it in the comments.
I have no idea.
I'm not talking about U.S. Agent.
Stars. All right, so I'm going to name off a couple here. We have. Do you want their movie name or do you want their real name?
Movie name.
John Walker.
No, I think that's U.S. Agent.
Dovich.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
Gigi.
No,
Didi.
it's a guy. Zemo.
Simo.
Isn't it Zemo? That's his name. Zemo.
Baron Zemo. That's his name. Baron Zemo.
Zemo.
Oh yes, yeah. He was a Hydra guy.
Yeah.
Right now, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Now, bing, light bulb.
I had to see his face.
Yeah. So assembled, what they do is they will say, the episode will be called Zemo, let's say, right? They'll show a clip of when he got introduced back in the Captain America movie, and then they'll show him why he got all pissed off. And if you remember, he killed T'Challa's dad. He blew up the building.
Right.
And then they showed him when he got arrested, when he got caught, and then they're showing him what he's. They'll show little tiny like what's it called?
Clips.
No, like clips, but it's deleted scenes. They'll throw in some deleted scenes in there. So when you're watching it, you're just like, I don't remember that. You're just like, wait a minute, what is that? You know what I mean? And they kind of bring you up to speed on where that character, specifically just that one character, is at. So Wanda, same thing. They show how in the beginning where she was with Quicksilver, with Avengers 2, and then how she was with Vision and how they got together, and then how now she's becoming the Scarlet Witch and turning evil. It's pretty neat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to watch that one, check it out. So Disney Plus for November, got a couple things here that's actually pretty exciting. A lot of stuff for the kids, photo art, Storm Rising, a lot of stuff. Santa Paws, like, you know, it's well, now that we're passing Halloween, a lot of the Jingle All the Way. Oh, part 1 and 2. Oh my gosh. Santa Buddies. Yeah, a lot of the Christmas stuff is going to start coming out. Now check this out. X-Men First Class is going to be here. I kind of like First Class.
I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't there already.
Kinda. Look at this. Shang-Chi. What? No, November 12th, November 12th, Friday, Shang-Chi is going to come out, which is great. Home Sweet Home Alone. I hope this is not a Home Alone 6 or 7. Jungle Cruise.
I want to see that.
It's actually not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten mixed reactions. My sister don't like it. I thought that was kind of cool.
Olaf.
Olaf. Olaf Presents is coming out.
Hey, did you know that Up, Doug from Up has his own TV show?
No, really?
Yeah, he has his own TV show. I watched it. They're like little clips.
Huh.
I sat there for I felt like an hour and just watched every single episode. It was actually kind of entertaining.
That's cool. That's cool. The Simpsons.
When does the second season of The Mandalorian come out?
Is it the second or the third?
Maybe it's the third. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. This one says Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett. So they're going to go into that one. Marvel Studio Day Special. What the heck? Past, present. I guess they're going to. Ooh, you know what they're going to do? I wonder if this is where Kevin Feige is going to go up in front of the camera and says, this is what's happening with the MCU for the next 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be cool. Frozen Fever is coming out. Feast.
Frozen Fever. What is that?
I don't know. It's probably like a short cartoon with Elsa and stuff. Get a Horse. Tangled. A short. Yeah, dude. It looks like there's a lot of stuff. Like, look, like, dude, there's so much stuff coming out. A lot of cartoons. Disney Archives. That should be cool. The Muppets Letters to Santa. Is that new? Ooh, look. November 24th, Hawkeye. PJ Masks.
I am curious to see what they do in Hawkeye.
Me too. I have a feeling. Wait, what is this? The Beatles? Oh, cool. They got some footage coming. Oh, this is neat. Ernest Saves Christmas. Ice Age. This is just weird seeing Ice Age now with Disney, dude. All the Fox stuff. And that's it. That is it.
So if you're looking for stuff to watch, there's a bunch of stuff there.
There's a bunch of stuff, man.
There's so I have the list of the top 10 movies. It only makes sense to follow right into that.
Do it.
You know what I mean?
Do it.
So This is the list in the most streamed movies for the last week. Number one comes in as Cop Shop. Now, I haven't heard of this one. Have you heard of Cop Shop?
No.
It only has a 6.4 rating, but it's number one on the chart for the most streamed. It has Frank Grillo, Gerard Butler, Toby Huss as the main stars in it. It looks like it's kind of some kind of action on the run from a lethal assassin. He's a con artist. He's trying to hide in a small town. So if you like small town action movies, then that might be your thing.
Yep.
The next one we have is Free Guy. Now, I mean, this one just came out in good quality, and that's why everyone's streaming it. It's Ryan Reynolds. You can't go wrong with Ryan Reynolds. He's a good old
It's actually kind
Canadian
of
guy.
good.
It is good. I like the concept of it. I mean, it was a
Mhm.
little bit cheesy, but it's also Ryan Reynolds, right?
And speaking of Ryan Reynolds, before you continue, uh, he's actually taking a break from filming anything.
I
He's
thought he
going on.
was working on a movie with The Rock.
He's going on a hiatus right now. He just announced this like 2 days ago.
Weird.
He literally said he posted a tweet saying that he is going on a furlough, I think is what he called it. He says he's taking a break pretty much from making movies. And what's very interesting was he finished recording a movie with Will Ferrell. And then he posted a tweet after they were done filming saying that he didn't realize how hard things were getting, and his body is telling him to stop. So he's not quitting. He didn't say he was quitting. He literally said, oh, not a furlough, a sabbatical. He said that he's taking, okay, so this is exactly what he said. Little sabbatical from movie making. See you soon.
He's not just an actor. He has his own production company. He has several businesses that he owns. He owns aviation. Was it vodka?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like he is a busy dude. A lot of the movies that he acts in, he plays a much bigger role when it comes to acting, directing, writing, like so much stuff. So yeah, it's gonna catch up to you. You got to sit your ass down for a minute.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I mean, but you know, the more you take care of yourself, is the longer that you can do what you do.
Yeah, it's crazy. I hope he's all right. I hope it's not like a mental thing or something. I thought it was very interesting. The biggest thing is your favorite movie. What's going on with Deadpool? And it's going to be in the MCU now. It's in the MCU's universe. So
They're not just peeking through a door at them,
no, yeah, not through a keyhole anymore.
right?
But that Will Ferrell movie that he recorded, I guess, I think it's a musical. And I thought I read, I'm not going to look this up right now, but I thought I read, if anybody knows, leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think. I thought he read that he will never do that style of movies again.
Well, it's very high strung energy, right?
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. All right, what else we got?
So next one on the list is for those people that like horror movies. This one's called Halloween Kills. Came out on October 15th, and it's ranked number 3 on our list. Next one
Nice.
is one called Old Henry, and it has a 7.3 rating. It's an action western about a farmer who takes in an injured man with a satchel of cash. I got questions. If you need answers, go watch Old Henry.
Yeah.
Now, number 5 is a movie called Old, which is a very, very interesting movie. It has a 5.9 rating, but it's about a vacationing family that discovers that the secluded beach where they were relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly and they all get old. Pretty cool concept. I do want to see this movie too.
It's a good movie.
It's directed by M. Night
Shyamalan.
Yeah. So a lot of people speak very highly of his work.
Yeah.
Very highly of his work.
I seen that movie, and
You seen the actual movie or just the trailer?
no, I've seen the movie,
Okay. Okay.
bro.
Good.
I gotta. It's yeah. The
Yeah.
the way the way the concept. Okay, so if you haven't seen an M Night Shyamalan, you know what? I'm gonna do you guys one better. M Night Shyamalan movies. I'm gonna pull up a list so that way you guys have an idea of what he's done. So the movie called The Visit. Another he did the Glass movie.
Oh,
Um,
that was a good movie.
yeah, The Village.
Wasn't that a DC movie too, or Marvel?
I don't think so.
No.
No. Um, okay, Unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Unbreakable is a trilogy. It goes Unbreakable, it goes Split, and then
Glass.
it goes Glass.
Yeah.
Devil, The Happening, Signs, and he's done a few other ones, but those are his most twisted type movies.
Yeah. Those are all great movies.
Very, yeah, very good. Oh, The Sixth Sense. That's the other one. Sixth Sense.
Right. Right. Right.
Wait, did I say The Sixth Sense?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. So yeah, that's a good recommendation right there. So number 6 on the list is actually a movie that I want to see for a couple different reasons. Number 6 is a movie called Dune. Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
So Dune, I first originally found out about Dune. I was probably in grade 7 when I started playing the Dune video games, and they were kind of an over the top Warcraft 2, StarCraft kind of style. And you would build your bases, you'd pick which faction you wanted to go with, and you would build your base and you'd go battle. It was a strategy based game, and I absolutely loved that game. The graphics were shit. I love playing it for some reason. I've invested many hours playing that game. And the other reason I want to see it is because I like Jason Momoa and he's in it. I can't help it. So I it's got an 8.3 rating, and Jason Momoa plays somebody from the Harkonnen tribe. So that was who I always used to play with as well. I'm just looking forward to more storyline to it. And I think it'll be pretty interesting. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that movie.
Nice.
Next one on the list is a little bit more festive, I guess you would say, but we have Adam's Family 2. This is number 7 on our list with a rating of 5.4. And the next one I'm a little bit confused by. I mean, I'm not because it is a good movie, but Suicide Squad. When did Suicide Squad come out?
Wasn't that like 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's still number 8 on our list for the top 10 here, but
Maybe
it is
because Halloween.
maybe. Yeah.
You know,
Oh, a lot of people do like. Oh, you know what? This is it right here. One of the most commonly one of the most common costumes for girls to dress up as is what?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. So they're watching the movie to plan their freaking Halloween costumes.
They're like, what should I do it this year?
And then number 9 is Black Widow. Number 10 is The Night House.
And Black Widow came out even before Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but it's one of the only Marvel movies that we've had in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
That's going to be popular for a while.
Yeah. Okay. What about TV shows? What do you got for that?
I don't have a list for TV shows.
So I'll say this for TV shows.
Yeah. Okay.
The number one talked about
100%.
number one talked about all over the freaking globe has been Squid Games. And you watched the whole thing.
Oh yeah, for sure I did.
I finally watched the whole thing. Okay, so I I I know you're walking on eggshells every time. I'm just like, don't tell me, but tell me, what is it? So I think you did a pretty good job when you were
Oh yeah, yeah.
not telling me what it
Mhm.
is about. When you were telling me, not telling. I don't even know how to phrase that.
When I was preparing you to watch it,
Yeah,
because I have to get you interested to want to watch it. Because to be fair, I think a lot of people are in the same boat as I am, where I hate watching dubbed movies.
yeah.
But it was done so well that after the first couple episodes, you forget that it's dubbed.
I don't mind if it's dubbed,
But you know,
but
I
majority of
watched
people
it.
that I know don't like it.
I watched it with dubs and subtitles because you get a different context from both.
Hmm. I had them both on too.
Yeah. The
So, okay, for anybody out there that is wanting to watch Squid Games, what is this thing about? It's in a nutshell, um it's pretty much people who are down in their luck. It's pretty much everybody who's doing this game is down in their luck. They need some sort of money, they owe people some sort of money. It has to do around money. Everybody in there is not like they're homeless or anything like that. Like some people might be homeless, but it's pretty much that they're in money. Actually, that's what it is. It's they're in money trouble. They're in money trouble. Either owe somebody or somebody needs some kind of surgery or like they like money is the thing that they need. They need it and they need it bad. So
what are you
what
willing
they
to do for it?
do is they it's literally that. What are you willing to do? And I know that's such a big statement because like there's so much things that could happen by saying that or by being asked that question. The biggest thing with this with this TV show is people join this thing called well it's not called Squid Games. It's one of the games is called Squid Games, and it's revolved around playing games, childhood games, like really simple games. It's not hard, really simple games. And can you survive? So if you get eliminated, you're
It's
pretty
game over.
much you're pretty it's literally if somebody says you're eliminated, think about it in real like actual terms. What happens?
Elimination.
You actually get eliminated permanently. From life, from everything. You're done. You're you know, which they kind of solve that issue. If you needed money, now you really don't need the money.
You don't need
Any
anything.
you don't need anything. You're dead. And if you win it, then well, now you could go and take care of whoever you're trying to take care of. But there's so many twists behind this thing.
I'm looking forward to the second season with the way it set it up at the end. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys anything, but that's
You know what? Spoiler alert. Anybody who wants to anybody who wants to watch it that hasn't seen it, we're about to get into some stuff here because I really want to talk about this. Or should we save this for the live show?
I think we should save this for the live show.
Okay, we're gonna do the live show. We're gonna do it on the live show. We're gonna do that on the live show. Um, okay, so erase the spoiler alert. We're not gonna spoil it now, but if you guys want to watch this, we're gonna be talking about this on the live show. A lot of people have watched it already. Great show. Um, Last thing I want to bring up, or actually, no, you had one thing that you wanted to bring up too. What was it? Something about YouTube
No, oh well, you know about TV shows right now.
or
Have you
Roku.
watched You?
It's on my list. I haven't though. I keep hearing how good it is, how crazy it is.
Yo, this guy is so effed up. But I started the new season, and I think they started writing the next season after this. So I'm just saying, I started watching that one. It's a very interesting show. So if you like sick, twisted shows a little bit, then this one's right up your alley.
Nice.
You haven't started first season?
It's on my list.
There's so many twists, bro.
It's on my list.
Yeah,
I just finished watching. Actually, remember I told you how I watched Supergirl, Black Lightning, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Flash. Like I watch all those DC TV shows, but I watch them in order that that they came out. Um, just in case they do any kind of crossovers. So do you know which TV show out of those DC shows has been gone already now? They didn't
Gone.
have a new season. Yeah, it's gone. They
Black
canceled it.
Lightning's gone.
Well, that's new. They just canceled that. I'm talking about before last year. What did they cancel that didn't come out this year?
What was the list?
So Supergirl,
They wouldn't
uh,
cancel Supergirl.
The Flash. I think Supergirl's canceled now, but that's new. I'm talking about this got canceled like a year ago or 2 years ago. Um, so right now, Supergirl, Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman.
I could see DC being canceled.
I'm not talking about these shows.
Oh,
I'm talking about a show that it hasn't come out this year. I just named a bunch of shows that are there now, but
I have no idea.
Come on, dude, Arrow.
I was never an Arrow fan. I found him kind of annoying.
Yeah, but that was Arrow kicked this whole thing off.
Yeah, he can kick himself right out.
He did. Okay, so you did watch Arrow then. You watched a couple.
I mean, I only watched Arrow when there was a crossover episode. To me, it was like they tried to take Batman and mix him with Hawkeye, and I didn't really care for any of them.
That's Arrow.
Yeah, but I don't care.
That's Arrow. You know what? Here's the truth. They took Iron Man and made Batman. Iron Man is the true millionaire. Okay, so check this out. Check this out. Do you remember a character in Arrow called Diggle?
Yes, but I don't remember anything about them. I just know the name.
Okay, that's all I need. So,
Okay.
are you caught up with the Flash?
No. No. You do not ruin the Flash for me. You're not allowed.
Where are you with the Flash right now?
Season 7, episode 1.
Damn it, dude! I can't say crap.
You retract your statements.
Dang it. Okay, so this is the only thing I'm going to say. This is the only thing I'm going to say then, without ruining it for you. Do you know who Argus is, or what Argus is?
That's their defense system, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like a military place where, like,
Yeah.
like where Diggle was at. I think Diggle's wife was at, and sometimes they have like I know the Flash talks about going to Argus to pick something up. So Diggle has been making crossover appearances. And I'm just like, wait, Arrow is done. What the hell is going on with Diggle appearing in these different places? So I don't want you looking it up because you're going to ruin something. You're going to ruin something for you. You need to start watching The Flash. You need to start watching The Flash. Something happened. The thing is that something happened in The Flash. Something happened within Supergirl. Something happened within all these shows. But what's crazy is that all the superheroes didn't do a crossover. They only took one person and he was appearing in everybody's show. And it's just like, what the hell is he doing?
He sounds boring. They list his species as human. Who wants to watch a human?
Why do you want him as a human?
Right? Why do you want to be human?
So I just finished. Well, the other thing is I finished everything that came up to the middle of September. The season, I think Supergirl's not over yet. I don't think The Flash is over yet. There's like three shows that aren't over yet, and they're not over until like the first week of November. So I'm waiting until they're over so I could finally pick them back up again and watch them all again. Yeah. Oh, Superman and Lois. That's another one.
That's I'm waiting for the next season. That's
Did you watch that one?
oh yeah. Oh, that
Diggle
was so
Diggle
good.
popped up in that. Diggle popped up in that too.
Where?
Towards the end, when they were needing help to stop the guy who was trying to kill Superman. The what's his name? Dang it,
Now
what's
I'm
his name?
confused.
Luthor, the not Lex Luthor, but the other Luthor, Captain Luthor.
Yes, he did. That's right.
And he popped in there and he was helping them out with. I'm telling you, Diggle has been popping out in every single Buddy's TV show right now. So I'm just like, "Ugh, the hell's going on here?
Maybe he's coming out with his own show, and you just got to know about him.
I think so too. I absolutely do. But the thing is that you gotta like. I know you don't watch them all, so like I'll leave Flash alone
Yeah,
until you're done.
Flash is the one. Like everything else, I don't give a shit about. But Flash,
Yeah. So watch that, and then we can finally talk about it. So, well, yeah. So we'll see. So I just finished a bunch of those. I just finished Squid Games. Um, I'm currently catching up on AGT, America's Got Talent.
okay.
I have a few friends that auditioned this year. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, I'll check it out. Like some of them got a little bit far, so I was like, cool. I'm like, I'll watch it. Um, I'm like, you guys are crazy for auditioning during COVID, but whatever. I'm like, don't come visit me. And it's crazy because when they came out and they were here, I'm just like, it was several of my friends that I know that were coming out here. I'm just like, dude, one's a drummer, one's a dancer. I'm just like, dude, but they went straight there. And I'm just like, yeah, don't come over. Don't do it. So that's what I finished watching. I gotta watch that You show. That You.
It's
Um,
interesting.
so what was the thing that you were telling me earlier about Roku?
YouTube, Roku. I mean, we
YouTube
all
and
know that
Roku.
you love your Roku devices, and you say it's the best Fire Stick ever.
Remember, I did return it.
So there's reports coming out saying that YouTube could be dropped from Roku devices as early as the end of the year. So we've
Why?
done live shows and conversations about how they're having a dispute or some shit. Apparently, it's not resolved. It says if an agreement cannot be reached before Roku and Google's current agreement for keeping YouTube on the Roku platform expires in December, the app will be dropped.
They'll come to an agreement.
Well,
YouTube cannot afford to be dropped by anybody.
and Roku's are the most popular streaming devices.
Mm-hmm. You want to hear something funny? I actually bought the 4K Fire Stick Max again.
Why did you return it? I didn't understand that.
I didn't need it. Like put it this way. Does it make sense to put the 4K Fire Stick in my truck with a 10.1-inch screen?
Like I would even have unplugged one of my older devices and just kept it for an extra remote. Because those remotes ain't cheap.
They're not cheap, but you know I'm not a big fan of those remotes either though. Like they're okay, but so check this out. My sister and the family is leaving to Florida. They're actually leaving in a few days, Saturday. And guess who is house sitting all by my lonesome?
Bella.
Bella's in charge.
Bella's in charge.
Bella is in charge. Oh man. I think I showed you a picture. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture here real quick for anybody watching the video. But so they left me in charge, and I'm gonna be there starting Saturday. Yeah.
So you're gonna take the 4K with you, 4K Max.
No.
That's where I thought we were going.
My sister needs a Fire Stick.
Oh, so you're gonna give her one of your old ones?
I'm giving her the 3rd gen.
Hell yeah, that's how you do it. Give them the shit.
I'm giving her the 3rd gen. I'm just like, she's got a projector. Um, projector's a 1080p. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, you don't need anything like better than that, you know? So let me just hook you up. Like I'll get you that 3rd gen, right? And I was gonna go in, like, I know exactly where they want to do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my guy to come over. We're gonna put an electric outlet on the ceiling,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna hang up the projector up there. Remember my setup that I have in the garage? I have the projector up there and it goes up against the wall. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
the same thing on their side, but it's in their loft.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm gonna hook up the Fire Stick onto it, and that's it. It's gonna be right there, you know. So here's a picture of Bella. She was about 40. I don't even think she was 40 pounds. She might have been
Doesn't
like
look.
30.
Yeah.
I think she was like 32 or 38, 36. I don't know. She was somewhere in the 30s. But you see that dog, the much bigger dog right next to her?
Yeah.
That's Bowie. He is 57 or 58 pounds in this picture. Um, what's interesting, and oh, I got another picture right here. Here's the other dog too, the husky.
Mhm.
That's Sammy. So Sammy is 62 pounds. Bowie's like super skinny. Dude, that guy, they feed Bowie so much food, but that guy's like super high metabolism.
Yeah.
So that's why his ribs are poking out a little bit. And then they just changed his diet. So now he's a little bit filled in. But you
Right.
see how much smaller Bella is. Bella's like half their weight, you know?
She's probably bigger than both of them now.
Dude, Bella weighs more than Bella right now, as of a couple days ago, weighs 63, I think, or 64.
Yeah.
Um, but I want to see how she is next to these two dogs now.
Yeah.
I think
She's probably bigger
they're
than both.
either going to be the
Yeah.
same size, or she's going to be slightly bigger.
Right.
And she's actually, you know what? She turns 11 months tomorrow.
She's not even a year yet.
No, she's not even a year, dude. Next month,
Mhm.
next month she's going to be a year, man. It's crazy. And large sized dogs, you know this, they take 2 years to fully grow.
Yeah, they take. Yeah, then they stay a puppy for like at least the first 5 years of their life.
Yeah. 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 Their mentality is like, dude. So I'm taking my 3rd gen Fire Stick over there. I'm gonna set it up for them. I'm gonna hook it up with their projector, and I'm gonna keep I'm doing this whole switcheroo thing. I'm like, you know what? The the Fire Stick that I have in the truck, I'm moving it up here. And I'm gonna put the 4K Fire Stick Max in the truck, because I do use that Fire Stick in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know super something that's super interesting right now?
What?
I did my video on that hotspot thing. Remember, I told you I was going to do the hotspot and run a speed test and then test it out, see if it actually works.
Mm-hmm.
2 megabytes download speeds on the hotspot.
Amazing.
2 megabytes.
Can't use it.
I didn't buffer once on Disney Plus, on Hulu, on Netflix. I didn't buffer one time. Insane, dude. Insane. So, yeah. Okay, so man, we're already up to an hour into the show now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Anything you got to talk about before we get the hell out of here?
You know what I say, man. Thank you guys for supporting what we do over here on Beyond the Streams. If you are listening to us on the audio side, make sure that you leave us those reviews so other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy, as well as make sure that you come over and check out our YouTube channel as well. We do live streams every Thursday, roughly around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get to be a part of the conversation as well.
Absolutely. And yeah, make sure you guys do leave us a comment, thumbs up, all that crap, and check out that VPN in the description. You guys been looking for one? We got a really solid one down there. Yeah, gonna be some great stuff. So with all that being said, make sure you guys do stay tuned because you never know who's gonna be here. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.